Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today obviously, as you've seen in the title, I'm going to be doing the 15 fall questions tag. I was tagged by Mel, Everything Marmy. So I wanted to go ahead and answer those questions. But as you all know, I don't show my face in videos, so I figured while I was answering the questions, I would go ahead and kit up my diamond painting from Victoria's Moon, because I'm going to be working on that real soon. So I figured why not go ahead and do that while I answer these questions. That way you guys can see as well how I work with it and everything. So I've got, I hope, everything I need here. So we'll go ahead and start. So the first question on here is favorite Halloween movie. I'm gonna dump these out real quick. I don't know a lot of Halloween movies. I'm not into horror or anything like that. So for me, I like Hocus Pocus. Hands down, that's my favorite. And that is, okay, just a side note, I cannot tell what that symbol is right there. So we're not going to put a symbol on there. But yeah, I love the Hocus Pocus movie. They are supposed to be having another one, so I don't know if I will watch it. I mean, I'll probably watch it, but I don't know if I'll like it or anything like that because, you know, there's gonna be nothing better than the original. I mean, come on. So we'll see, but yeah, hands down, whoops, hands down, my favorite has to be Hocus Pocus. So the next question is apple or pumpkin pie. I love both. Not gonna lie, I do love both. However, there's just something about an apple pie that, I don't know, you can't not have apple pie. I love making it, and I'm gonna spill these everywhere. There we go. Not too many. I love making apple pie. I love making apple crisp, anything like that. It has always been my favorite. There's just something about an apple pie, you know, you put ice cream on it and oh, it's just so good. Pumpkin pie, I associate more with Thanksgiving, and, you know, apple pie is just one of those things you can have whenever, you know. So, question 3, Halloween party or explore haunted houses? I'm not about the haunted houses. I mean, now if it's like a haunted house that somebody set up and they're calling it a haunted house, you know, those I don't mind at all. I will go in those, no problem. I will probably get freaked out like crazy, but I'm okay with it. However, the houses that are haunted, that people are claiming are haunted, whether they are or not, those are the ones that, no, I won't do those at all. I'm not about that at all. I don't like those. Those freak me out. So I wouldn't do that. So if depending on if it's that or the other versions, depending on if I would choose that or not. But 9 times out of 10, I would choose the Halloween party over the haunted house, no matter what. So yeah, I'm not much into, like I said, I don't do horror movies, so I don't like haunted houses either. I'm gonna make that bigger. That's a little bit too small. small for me. We're gonna go large and see if that works. Let's see. Okay, so number 4, we have a store-bought or pumpkin from a pumpkin patch. That one I'm kind of on the fence about as well. I love the idea of going in a pumpkin patch and picking out a pumpkin and wandering around the pumpkin patch and just having fun, right? Excuse me. But the idea of being able to go, because we have a farm, like a small farmer's market in town, and they always bring the pumpkins there during the, fall season. They have all these pumpkins there, and we are usually able to go in, find whatever type of pumpkin we want, whatever size we want, anything like that. So I think for those occasions, it's just easier to go into like a farmer's market or something and just be able to pick out whatever pumpkin you want, if they have a good variety. If they don't have a good variety, then of course, yes, you'd want to go to a pumpkin patch to be able to get, larger pumpkins and stuff like that. So both are good, I think. And if you don't have access to a pumpkin patch, then yes, store-bought all the way. But if you have access to a pumpkin patch, I think if you have kids, it's good to go there and collect from a pumpkin patch and just have fun with the kids and wander around, pick some, if they also have apple trees, pick some apples. It's a good experience and it's a good tradition. If you don't have kids, man, the quicker the better, in my opinion. The quicker the better. So yeah, I'm all for store-bought if when the need is there. Okay, so number 5, and I have thought about this a lot. Favorite fall scent. It's probably gonna sound weird. But I don't do scents like, because like my favorite scent is either lavender or dragon's blood. I mean, that's my favorite scent when it comes to like incenses and stuff like that. But in the fall, how when you go outside and you like smell the air, and the air smells different, like it's cooled off, and you just have this smell in the air. It smells like fall, and there's like a crispness in the air, and I mean, to me, that's what I like. I like going outside and you can just tell it's different. And you can smell it. You can smell the difference between the summer and the fall. I love that. So I think that's my favorite. Even though it doesn't really have like a scent per se to it, that's, I think, my favorite. So the next question, number 6, favorite fall drink. I don't really have one. I don't like apple cider. Weirdly, I don't like apple cider. I don't like anything pumpkin flavored other than pumpkin pie. So for me, the favorite drink to drink when it gets cooler is, I love drinking hot chocolate, but I have to be in the mood for it. I don't really have one. I don't really have a favorite fall drink. I mean, I like hot chocolate, but like I said, if I'm not in the mood for it, I won't drink it. It's not like it's something I have to have in, you know, it's not one of those things you just have to have. So yeah, I'm not really, I guess I just don't really have one. All right, number 7, Halloween or Thanksgiving. That is a no-brainer for me. Halloween all the way. I am a Halloween person. I love decorating outside for Halloween. I get stuff for inside, but like we don't really have a lot of places to put decorations inside. I utilize my mirrors that I have in the house by putting the little window clings on them. And here and there I try to hang, you know, I try to hang stuff up, but I love decorating outside for Halloween. That is my favorite. I love doing the pumpkin carving, having the pumpkins on the steps, having the outside just decorated like crazy. And yeah, that is, it's me, Halloween all the way. You know, and up here, they up in Canada, Thanksgiving is in October. Thanksgiving's actually before Halloween. So it's not a big thing here where I am, at least not with my husband's family. So to me, it's like I spend October planning for Halloween. So, I mean, Thanksgiving's just not a big thing for me. I don't know. I don't know. I know people are always saying Thanksgiving, you know, your family's there, you're being thankful for what you have and everything like that. I don't feel the need for a holiday for it, you know, to feel thankful for things. And Thanksgiving's just not, it's not a big holiday for me at all. I don't decorate for it. I don't plan for it, nothing. To me, October is Halloween, and Halloween only, and that's what it's about for me. So yeah, definitely Halloween person here. It's hands down, that's the winner. So let's see, number 8, and just so you know, I will have, for those that I tag, I will have the questions listed in the description box, so you don't have to go back through all my ramblings to find out what the questions are, just to make that a little bit easier for you guys. So the next question, number 8. Most loved pumpkin-based food. Pumpkin pie. Easy. I don't like anything else pumpkin flavored. We used to eat pumpkin pie with whipped cream on top, and to me that's like the best thing ever. I never liked it with actual real pumpkin though. I liked the pumpkin puree that you get in the canned pumpkin puree that you get in the store. Only because most of the time whenever someone would make it with real pumpkin, they wouldn't add enough spices to it, and they wouldn't strain out the pumpkin bits well enough. So it was always too gritty for me, not enough spices. So I just like the easy pumpkin puree that you get in the can. Pumpkin pie, that is my favorite. Favorite pumpkin food. There you go. Favorite pumpkin food is pumpkin pie. Number 9, corn maze or haunted hayride. Again, if the hayride is just going through, you know, what somebody set up as a haunted hayride, then yeah, I would pick that hands down. Only because I get claustrophobic. I don't know how many people know that, but yeah, I get claustrophobic pretty bad. and I don't like tight spaces at all. I hate riding buses. I hate riding the metro. I just hate it because there's too many people. So I always have to have my husband sit between me and everybody else so that I don't freak out. I can control it, but there are times where it just gets, you know, because you know how crowded a metro subway can be. It gets pretty crowded, and I can't handle that. It gets suffocating. I start to get hot, and I just want to get out. So, yeah. So for me, a corn maze is out. I would, unless it's like, you know, got really wide aisles. But I'd probably freak out if I couldn't find my way in and out. So yeah, I'd say just the haunted hayride, probably, just because of my anxiety and everything else. So yeah, there's that. Number 10, favorite candy on Halloween. Good Lord. Favorite candy on Halloween. Well, I'd have to say my favorite candy, period, is anything Reese's related. I love Reese's peanut butter cups. I don't know, it's just something about the chocolate and the peanut butter together. I love that. So probably, usually when I'm eating, because when I do my Halloween goodie bags, which I'll be showing that again this year, but usually when I do those, I eat while I'm, you know, I mean, you can't be around that much candy and not eat some of it, right? But I usually reach for the Reese's peanut butter cups. Oh gosh, last year those Reese's pumpkins, they're like peanut butter cups, but they're in the shape of a pumpkin. Oh, those were so good. I was eating too many of those last year. I was glad that I had like a bunch of extra of that because I wanted to eat it all. So yeah, I'd have to say that anything Reese's peanut butter cup related is probably what I reach for during Halloween. During any time, really. Okay, number 11, favorite fall childhood memory. We didn't really do traditions or anything like that. We didn't celebrate holidays when I was little. So for me, the only thing, and it's more like closer to winter than fall, but I was born in Florida, which most people probably don't know. And because of that, you know how Florida is. Florida is always hot. It's just always hot. You always have a tan if you go out in the sun. I mean, if you're out at all, you know, as a kid, you always had a tan because we were always outside because it was always warm. And you never got seasons. You never got spring, fall, winter. You had summer year-round all the time. That's just how it was. So when we moved to Georgia at first, and we would get seasons there. And I remember the first year that we got snow, because it was the first time we'd ever seen snow. And it had started to get cold, and it was new experience for us. And then, you know, we got snow. And as a kid, you know, it was like that first snow was just, oh, it was so great. And it was just so nice. And then you realize it's cold and wet when you start playing in the snow. And then you don't like it so much anymore. And then you're ready for the snow to go away. So for me, it's just more about the first, you know, feeling the first season that I felt other than summer, you know. So not so much like, I mean, I guess it's a childhood memory, but it's not like, it's more fall, winter related, not so much fall related. Okay, the next question, number 12, favorite Thanksgiving food. Okay, so like I said, Thanksgiving here is not a big deal as far as with my husband's family. We don't really do anything for Thanksgiving up here, but now I did not celebrate Thanksgiving, but of course, you know, you always had turkeys on sale around that time. So my parents would still always buy a turkey. We would just eat it at a different day, on a different day. And I always loved the big meals. And I think my favorite food from Thanksgiving probably had to be the yams with the marshmallows. And I know if you're Canadian, most Canadians are like, what? They have no idea what I'm talking about. But if you are in the US, you do. We had a thing where you'd get these canned yams and you'd put marshmallows all over the top of them. And then you would put them in the oven and you'd bake them for a while. See, that's why I couldn't find my smaller funnel. So I'm having to deal with this larger one, and it's very easy to knock it over. But anyway, so yeah, we could not, we never had any type of turkey dinner without having the canned yams with the marshmallows on top. And I think that had to be my favorite. And of course, you always try to get the most marshmallow onto your plate. But those were just so good. I absolutely loved them. And sometimes though, and if it wasn't that, if like we didn't have a turkey dinner, for some reason, if we weren't having turkey that year, we'd have lasagna. And hands down, lasagna is my favorite food at any time. I will eat lasagna over anything else, but it has to be made right. Has to be made right. I follow my mom's recipe because my mom makes it right. You cannot have cottage cheese in lasagna. You cannot have eggplant in lasagna. You cannot have anything but lasagna noodles. You have your tomato sauce with your hamburger in it. You have your ricotta cheese. You have to have ricotta. You have to have mozzarella, and you have to have Parmesan. And that's the right way to make lasagna. And I know some of you are probably like, no, you don't put that stuff in. Yes, you do. The right way to make lasagna, that is what you put in there. That's the only way I'll eat it. Because I know there are people that make them other ways, but I cannot eat them any other way than that. And I have tried lasagnas before. Now I will say my aunt made an eggplant lasagna one time, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't horrible, but it's not lasagna. Sorry, it's just not. And I've never had it with cottage cheese, but I've heard people make it that way, and I just don't understand it at all. I do not understand it at all. I can't see how you can make lasagna with cottage cheese. I love cottage cheese, but I won't eat lasagna with it. You have to have ricotta in there. You just do. It's just so much better, so much cheesier. Okay, number 13, sweater or scarf? That's a hard one for me. I want to love sweaters. I'll say that. I'll say it that way. I want to love sweaters. I really do. But I am very picky about the feel of fabric. And most sweaters are so scratchy to me that I won't wear them. They have to be really soft in order for me to wear them at all. And scarves, again, I want to like them, but I have this thing about things around my neck, so it's like, it's a lose-lose situation for me. I want to love fall clothes. I want to, but I really can't. But if I had to choose, I'd prefer the sweaters, you know, feeling right, fitting right, and everything like that. Because I think, you know, I think just the thought of being able to snuggle up in a sweater and just, you know what I mean, and just be warm and cozy and like having a fire going and stuff like that. I just love the thought of that. But finding a sweater that doesn't make me itch or isn't tight around my neck, or, you know what I mean, it's one of those things that I don't know if I'll ever have. So yeah. Okay, the next is number 14, wool socks or slippers. I'm not a wool person. I think it's, a lot of times wool is too scratchy to me. I don't like it. I don't like thick socks either. So it would definitely have to be slippers for me. I can wear slippers no problem. You know, comfy slippers, whatever. But yeah, definitely slippers. And the last question, number 15, what is your favorite fall tradition? I don't have any. Like I said, we didn't celebrate growing up, and we didn't celebrate any holidays or anything like that. So tradition-wise, for me, we just didn't have any traditions, really. And, I mean, we used to, well, I mean, I guess you could call our turkey dinners tradition, because, of course, we'd always have one. That bottle is broken. I'm going to use a different one. But I'm hoping to get some traditions with my kids and going to like the pumpkin patch, going apple picking, doing Halloween. My one son loves Halloween. And they go trick-or-treating while I hand out, they go trick-or-treating with their dad, and I hand out candy at the door while they're out trick-or-treating. And they'll come by, of course, they'll come by my door, and I'll stick stuff in their bag just to do. You know, and I love decorating for it. I love carving the pumpkins, everything like that. So I think as far as that goes, you know, I want that to be, you know, always there for my kids. And so, I mean, yeah, that would probably be what I would want. And I have a blue bead here that needs to be put away. So yeah, those are the 15 questions. And I am going to be tagging a couple of people. They say 5. They say to tag 5 people, but I could not decide on just 5. So I ended up tagging, let's see, 7 people. I tagged 7, so not too bad. The first one is C'est La Vie, Dawn. I already warned her I was tagging her in this so that she knew ahead of time. The second one is Crafting After Midnight, Rula. The third one, Crafty Kitty, Krista. Then we've got Canadian Crafting Junkie, Jessica. Dragon Moon Creations, Pam. Got Thelma Hall. And Linda from Linda MZH65. I am tagging you 7 to answer these questions and to have fun with it. So yeah, I figure that spreads it out enough to where they can tag more in the crafting community. So yeah, and I am going to finish this up off camera. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.